Hey everybody, welcome to day 10 of the year 2015. That's right, January 10th, 2015. 10 days in a row I haven't missed one video. New Year's resolution. Check. Today we're checking out Who Killed the King by Kostya Kimlat. These are your instructions. That's the cover. This on the back is basically the presentation here. And I'm going to point something out now because I'm going to complain about it later. There's these little numbers here, so it gives a line, then a number, then a line, and a number at the end of each one. So there's number 3 down there. So I was reading this, and I'm like, what's with the numbers? Weird. What's with the numbers? And then I pick up this other thing, and I notice that it says close-up version, stage version. And so I thought, oh, well, this is maybe just the other way to do it. So I didn't really read it at first. Then upon closer examination, I realized, oh, the number 1 over here refers to this number 1 right here. And so it's just weird sort of back and forth business to try to get it. So that was a little frustrating, just a learning experience. But that's it. That's your entire instructions, just those 4 columns of information, basically. The concept is very simple, so it's not like it's complicated to understand it, even though I had to do the weird reading there. So had a little bit of an issue with that, but not the end of the world. So let's take a look at what you're getting here. What is the basic effect? Watch the ad demo from Kostya Kimlat. It's very straightforward, and in fact, if you watch it, you'll know everything you need to know to do the effect. So don't be one of those guys that goes and rips that off and just says, oh, I saw the presentation, now I'm going to go do it. Because you can do it with a regular deck of cards. You don't need the special cards that come with the DVD here or anything like that, or that come with your package. So let me just show you what you're getting. And everything I'm about to show you, you'll see it in the demo. You're getting these cards here. These are 4 kings. These are very well made. They're kind of this plasticky cardboard stuff that I think will last quite a while. And those are the 4 kings there. And then on the backs of them is printed the 4 queens. Okay, and they're just the standard bicycle style cards. And then you have this. He calls it a scatter card or something like that. And then printed on the back is the 6 of spades. And if you look closely, you'll understand why. That's the 6 of spades on the back. Okay, all that's shown in the demo. So the close-up version doesn't even use any of those cards. You just use a regular deck of cards. In the stand-up version, you use this so that everybody can see it. That's basically the idea. So cards are well made. The instructions are pretty solid for the most part, with the exception of that one thing I mentioned. So that's product quality. Method. There is no method. You just say the script and you show the cards. The only thing is you have to be able to force a card, which that's partly what this thing is for. Okay, or you can just use any force that you want. They teach the crosscut force in here. Okay, so you can use whatever you want for forcing the card. So the method is very, very simple. If you can force a card, bam, you can do this. Ad copy. The ad copy, there's not much to say about the ad copy even. It's just a demo of what happens. So again, that's all solid. So overall, it's a solid product. I gave it 4.5 stars, stone status, a gem. In the written review, I did something that I rarely do, which is point out the flaws in somebody else's review of this product, of the same product. In fact, in my time as a reviewer at this point, I believe that this is review number 630 that I've written / not all of them are recorded videos. I was going to say written / recorded, but I haven't made a video for all my reviews. But this is my 630th review-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. Out of all 630 of those, I can only think of one other time that I critiqued another reviewer's review on a product. There's probably more, but that's the only one I can think of. And it was a good friend of mine, Joe Diamond, and it caused a little bit of friction between my part of the world and his part of the world for a while, and I got a few people that got pretty ticked off of me for doing that, but I still stand by what I said. Anyway, so I only do that on occasion. I don't do that very often, but I am doing it on this one. And so in the written review, I talked about a couple of things. One, it's mentioned that this thing is extremely transparent as a method for forcing a card. I agree with that. I do. It is pretty transparent. Kostya Kimlat says you don't even need to use it. So to me, that's not a huge thing. It's just added as one extra little bonus thing to get the audience involved. And if you're doing it for a big group and just hold it up quickly and you say just quickly spot a non-face card on here and think of it, most of the audience is going to be thinking of it. Okay, most of the time. If not the end of the world. And frankly, if I were doing this, now I can't rate my review based on how I would perform it, but I've just a little tip for you if you get this, and I think you should. What I would do is hold this up and say, and use a similar line. He says there was lots of evidence left in the room. Now he says 52 other suspects of who committed the murder, which is, I don't like that he used the word suspects. I'm tangenting right now, by the way, folks. Sorry, this is a rambling review. So let's back up. The plot is this. One of the kings has been murdered. That's right, the King of Hearts. If you watch the demo, this all makes more sense. So the question is, who killed him? And it's very clear in the presentation that it's going to be one of the queens. He even tells you to ignore the face cards on here because we know that they're one of the people that we're suspecting. But then he refers to this as a 52 suspects, and to pick a suspect, and that's when he has them get a card from the deck, which is going to be the six of spades, and think of a card from here, which is going to be the six of spades. And he refers to those as suspects, which is a total illogical thing because the cards are not the suspects. This is the evidence. So it makes the story a little bit, there's just a little bit inconsistent, not a lack of continuity. I don't know, something like that. So how I would use this thing, back to where I was a minute ago, was I would say, look, at the end of the murder, there was plenty of evidence scattered all over the room. As you can see, there's tons of evidence. But one piece of evidence, and this is what I'd be saying to my audience, if you ignore the people, the face cards, I think that one piece of evidence really stands out. So can you guys see what that piece of evidence is? And they would all go, yeah, and I'm hoping that they were going to be thinking of the six of spades. So I would make it blatantly obvious that I'm trying to get them to think of the six of spades, and it's not about it being an effect that, oh, I made you think of the six. It's more like, duh, it's the six. Then later or earlier, however you do your routine, when the card is chosen from the deck, and it later is discovered to be the six at the end, that's where the magic piece of how did he make me pick the six? How did I pick the six? Let that be the magic moment. The rest of it's all about the story. It's all about the story. That's just a little tip, which is also something I don't like to do too much in the review, because this isn't about how I would do it. It's about how good is what you get. And I'm telling you it's very good, and I just also added a few pointers for you if you're going to get it. So, got all that? Hopefully you got all that. All right? That's it for the review. 4.5 stars, Stone Status of Gem. Let's take a look at the random iTunes song of the moment while you are liking and subscribing to everything on my channel. And we got The Devil. Terraplane Blues by Robert Johnson from the Me and the Devil Blues album. That's right, The Devil. Rumor has it that Robert Johnson sold the soul of the devil to be a blues man. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, Robert Johnson, Me and the Devil Blues, Terraplane Blues is the name of that song. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.